top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking fashion show.
Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the number one source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you. All right, y'all, I'm on here. What's going on? Who all in here? Glad to be with y'all this evening, this afternoon, tonight, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right. Oh, morning too. I know we got people around the world sometime. Welcome to y'all as well. We're going to go ahead and get this part out the way because y'all know what it is. I do got a banner going across at the bottom right there. It says www.cleanbizuniversity.com/automation. By the time I'm finished giving you this presentation I'm going to give you, and me and my guy going to join me. Let me know if y'all can hear me, by the way. Oh, yeah, I definitely be gaming for sure. He said I'm in the gaming chair. See, I'm at home today, so, you know, I ain't got the big office chair today. But anyway, y'all saw me. Now, y'all did see me. Y'all heard me on the screen share, but y'all couldn't see me. But earlier, I was in the office at the office chair. So, right, my guy, Aquaman, messing with me right there. But anyway, where was I? We're going to jump in here. I got a lot of free game for y'all. But as I was saying on that link, though, that's where you're going to go if you want to learn more. You already know. I'm going to give y'all some value. But if you want more value after what I'm giving you, then there's always going to be a place where you can go for that. So we're going to do some shout outs. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay. I have a poor connection according to StreamYard. So let me know anytime if I'm doing bad or not. Because y'all know last week I had to switch to the phone. So we did that. So we're going to do some shout outs. But before we do that, let me go ahead and bring my comrade on. You ready? You ready, brother? I think we ready. Let's go. Let's bring him on up. What's good, bro? Welcome.
What's good? How's everybody doing? Can you hear me?
Can't complain, bro. Can't complain.
Right.
So, yes, sir.
Good,
there we go.
Good.
There we go. So, yeah, man. First off, for those who don't know, I am AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT, founder of the Clean Biz Network. And I've been in this industry for roughly 18 years now. I've been in the industry as an owner for about maybe 16 years, something like that. But anyway, been in the industry for a long time. Started Clean Biz Network back in 2018, though. And that's when I kind of made the pivot from cleaning company owner to cleaning business kind of coach, so to speak, and cleaning business lead generation service owner. Then I graduated to cleaning business software company. So either way, I've just been in and out of this industry in a lot of different ways. I work for different big cleaning franchises. I've been all around the world. And so what I do and what I've been doing since 2014-ish. So about 10 years now on YouTube, I've been just giving out free game all the time, pretty much every day. You pop on YouTube, I'm probably on there with a new video for you, whether it's live, whether I got it talking to my phone, whether it's a highly edited, beautiful video, however it is, I'll be up here giving out games. So if you ain't subscribed, you tripping. Follow me on YouTube for sure, subscribe, all of that type of stuff. But I'm not alone. I done got me some help over the years. I started off with Clean Biz Network, but then I created this program called the Cleaning Biz Automation Program. And with the Cleaning Biz Automation Program, I was teaching people how to basically automate their cleaning companies, right? By implementing a couple of different things. But we're going to get into that in a minute. I'm going to show y'all exactly how to automate your cleaning business. But before I do that, tell you about my guy, because he took the program, Mr. Andrew here, and he took the program and it helped his business immensely. And not only did it help his business, but he got so good at it that he helped my business, and he was starting to learn a lot of different automation tricks. And I said, you know what? I need this guy to help me help the people. So we decided to partner together on this program, graduated from just a course to an actual coaching program. And so without further ado, I introduce my comrade here, Mr. Andrew Lewis.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity. Just you trusted me to kind of come in and help you out and just, support and be a partner with you in this journey. The things that we're coming up with in the YouTube, or not the YouTube, but the automations course, it's going to blow your mind. I promise you. So definitely, if you're not in the automations course, you need to definitely get on it, because I'm telling you, the stuff that we are about to come out with is absolutely amazing. It's blowing my mind. I'm excited. I can't wait. I want to tell everybody, but I can't just yet.
For sure. I know. I was on a call with my guy Dorian. He's in the 1010 program.
Yeah.
And he was like, because I was telling him, I said, man, I got this other thing, but you know what? I ain't gonna show it to you because we need to focus on what you're doing right now. He was like, man, you always got something new. Like every time I talk to you, you say, well, I ain't gonna say nothing yet. I really mean it. Like when I say we got new stuff brewing literally every day, and as entrepreneurs, we always got new ideas anyway. But then the fact that like we actually implement them in real time, and it's so fast, man. So it's just trying to keep up with everything, man. But I can't wait to share a lot of this stuff with y'all. I'm excited. We got a lot of people up in here tonight, y'all. Maybe it's nighttime. Is where is that? I've been thinking that. So we got a lot of people on here. I got grown today too. I invited a few more guests with us. I'm live on what? I'm live on a couple of different places. We on LinkedIn today. We on YouTube today. I ain't even had a Instagram yet. So yeah, we a little bit everywhere today, y'all. We on Facebook. Shout out to everybody watching from wherever you're watching from. But speaking of shout outs, let's get to those before we get into this lesson. All right. First off, let's see who we got up in here. Let's see. Dewan, or is it DeJohn? DeJohn D says, hey, good people. Hope all is well. My God, continue to bless you all. He said, thanks, AJ and friends, for the positive learning experience every time you put something together. I appreciate that. My guy, Terrence Willard, CBN member, here from Virginia Beach. Appreciate you. I always tell the funny story about Terrence because when my office was in Portsmouth, Virginia, and I was literally just working in, that's when I moved back home for like 6 months. And one day he just walked up in the office. And he was like, and I was like, dang, what's up, bro? How can I help you? He was like, honestly, bro, I just wanted to make sure you was real. I'm about to go buy the thing now, but I just wanted to see you. Like, I was like, well, yep, I'm realizing this, right? It's like the commercial around Christmas time, and they both came, but anyway. But yeah, bro, so shout out to Terrence Willard. Who else we got? Assured Comfort Cleaning checking in. Appreciate your long-time CBN member, which, by the way, I did finally see that email that you sent. So if my team didn't get you yet, I got you. Just remind me again, because I be moving. Let's see. Maine Armstead says New Jersey checking in the building. Peace to everyone in the chat. Appreciate that. Hula Mizzy, welcome everyone. Hello everyone. Pennsylvania in the building. Appreciate you checking in. Ms. Linda Pierre, CBA member, Cleaning Biz Automation member. So if y'all want to hear anything or see what we talking about, she's somebody you can holler at. All right, she already in there. Mr. Terry Jackson checking in. Peace and prosperity. Peace to you. I went to school with 2 Terry Jacksons, so I wonder if that's one of them, but shout out to them. All right, Billy McPherson from Wichita, Kansas checking in, and he is a channel member, so peace to you. Appreciate that. All right, what else we got? My guy Aquaman, I already got that one. Shout out to you. Carice Riley says Brooklyn in the building. Appreciate you. Brooklyn is here. Reed Moore from Pennsylvania. Appreciate you checking in. Who else we got? Primetime Cleaning Solutions. What's good, AJ and the rest of the CBN family checking in from Los Angeles. Big Rome Primetime Cleaning Solutions. Shout out Big Rome. He was one of the good energy people when we was at the CBN. Everybody was good energy at the CBN conference, but he definitely stood out for sure. And we already know he's gonna be back for 2025, which is coming up soon. By the way, if you want your early bird tickets before we get grown and decide to raise the price, go ahead and visit www.cbnconference.com. Those tickets are available now at a very affordable price. All right. What else we got? Lisa Gedden says, what's up, AJ and Andrew here from Newport News. Appreciate that. Miss Lisa checking in from the 757, my hometown. All right, home area, rather. All right, what else we got? 2 lives in one day. Yeah, bro, so everybody don't even know about that. See, if y'all was in Clean Business Network, y'all would know. I was definitely live earlier today, just cold calling on behalf of the family, just, you know what I mean, trying to get some free game. Like, you know what? Y'all ain't got time. You mean tell me y'all ain't got 1 hour a day to put in? Let me show you how to do it. Then I'm gonna do a lot more of those too. So definitely, if y'all want to see me embarrass myself going live, because I'm not a professional. No, I'm pretty decent. Definitely pretty decent. I appreciate that. Tasha Gilbert says, hello, Arkansas in the house. Appreciate you checking in, Miss Tasha. My guy, Trevino Reed. I'm going to start speeding these up now. We got to get into it. Music tips and reviews with JG. That's my guy right there. He also check out his YouTube channel if you're interested in anything music. Terry Jackson, Hornet Terry, I got you. Welcome, bro. Appreciate you checking in and supporting. Ebony Brown, Wideman. All right. Pro Wide Cleaning checking in. Appreciate you. And then the last one I'm gonna get is Thomas Toy, All For You Cleaning Incorporated, Tampa, Florida. Checking in. Appreciate y'all down there in Tampa. And y'all know I'm right above you up here in Jacksonville. So today I got a little something for y'all. Y'all pretty much should know the platform, right? Y'all should know for the most part how to do this if you've been here at least once before. But we always give you a little bit more. All right. Now I got a little presentation, bro. So if you want, you can kind of kick back a little bit. I'm gonna try to be brief with it so we can really get into it. And then feel free to ad lib if you hear anything, right? All right. And then let me see. I'm gonna make our screen like this. I am going to. Oh damn, we right there. I didn't know it was gonna do it like that, but okay. And then I'm going to share my screen. So give me 1 second here, and we're gonna jump through these little slides that I hurry up and threw together 5 minutes before we came on here. All right, so listen, let me know if you can see my slides. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and load it up now. Y'all should see it loading up. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see the slides. Let me know. Let's see some ones. All right, I see one. I know some of y'all probably driving, moving, working, etc. So I understand. All right, I see a couple more. All right, here we go. So, got to clear my throat. All right, here we go. So, Cleaning Biz Automation webinar. This is a free webinar for y'all. It's basically a way for me to give you some free game and also a way for me to have you enticed more to realize, you know what, I need to be in that Cleaning Biz Automation program that AJ and Andrew been talking about and teaching people and helping people do well with their cleaning companies. All right. And I'm going to tell you who this is for. This is for any cleaning company that wants to scale their cleaning company. And you can be small and just starting off. At first you couldn't, but then I realized, you know what, I include the starter course anyway. So if you do try to get into this and you small and you starting off, just know that, hey, all the stuff that we're going to show you in here, you ain't going to be able to implement it from day one because you got to first learn the basics. All right. But the good thing is if you get this program, you'll get my beginning program as well with it. All right. The second thing is I got to text. Let me make sure there ain't nobody trying to help me with something. Okay. This is not important. All right. So it is important, but not for now. All right. What else we got? But then for my people that's doing, you know, maybe you're doing about 10, 20 grand a month. This is definitely for you. You can implement this stuff faster than those who can. If you're doing $1 million a month, you definitely can implement this, and you might not have time. So you might want to bring your whole team on board, which is fine because guess what? You pay for this thing one time and you can bring the whole team. We don't have any limits on how many people who can be in it. All right. So bring the team, but let's get into it. All right. So first off, in order to automate your cleaning company and really any service business for that matter, but I like to stick to what I do. All right. So the three main things needed to begin your automation process will be client acquisition. All right. And for client acquisition, you're going to need an in-house lead generation system. And you also going to need a sales system. All right. So when I say an in-house lead generation system, I'm talking about you got some type of mechanism within your company that helps you attract leads nonstop, pretty much whenever you feel like it. All right. And y'all know it could be a bunch of different avenues on how you can do it. I teach you one particular way, actually a couple of different ways now we're advancing, but my main way, everybody knows, is cold calling. Right, I'll just go ahead and tell you that. It's definitely cold calling. I ran a lead generation company for the past 8 years, all right? And it was 100% based off of cold calling. And so within this program, I do show you how to do that and master it the way that I have, all right? But you're definitely going to need an in-house lead generation system. In addition to that system, guess what? If you're getting all these leads coming in and you don't know how to close the deal, it ain't gonna help you as much, right? So definitely have yourself a sales system in place. And so that's what you're gonna have as far as your client acquisition system goes. The next thing you're going to need is a labor recruitment system, because guess what? If you got all of these customers coming, you got all these deals, and like, oh shit, AJ, this shit actually works. This is great. Thank you so much for teaching me this. Well, here's the problem. Now, who's going to clean all these buildings? Because it's supposed to be cleaning business automation, right? Well, if it's cleaning business automation, then guess what? It's not automated if you're doing all the physical labor. So we got to make sure that we got a good talent pool of people to pull from. Make sure we got people to actually go out here and clean these buildings. Not because we lazy, but because it's impossible for us to scale without doing so. You cannot clean every single building by yourself, or with you and your fiance, or with you and your wife and kids, or with you and your husband and his brothers. None of them. All right. We cannot do it. I don't care how you want to slice it. Don't come at me with that. Well, I just want to keep these few accounts just for me. Nope. Oh, well, Miss Sherry, she ain't gonna never let me leave. Nope. We got to get out of the field, y'all. We got to get out of cleaning these buildings and these houses as well. All right. Let it go if you really want to scale. That's just what it is. All right. I always say Sam Walton won't cash in the damn doing the cashier. He won't bagging up groceries. You know what I mean? He got people to do that. What's my guy? Jeff Bezos. He is definitely not shipping your order from Amazon. All right. These people have systems in place. And I know those are drastic differences, but the point is, well, guess what? They had to start somewhere and work their way up. And so what I'm saying is the piece that you need is the piece that this is teaching you how to start getting those systems set up so that you can get up to those next levels. All right. And then the final thing that you're going to need to bring all of this stuff together is a software automation system. All right. Because all of these things run on computers. It just is what it is. And for those who don't know what software is, let me break that down, because trust me, I understand I have a vast audience and I'm here for everybody because I probably can articulate with every single one of y'all, right? And so here's the thing. Software simply means, I'm like, damn, how the fuck can I even describe it, right? But software is basically computer programs. So you got hardware, which is like your mic, your computer monitor, your keyboard, that's called hardware. Your software is all of the things on your computer that makes it run. Okay. So you need computer software. All right. On your computer that's going to help you operate your business, because guess what? Every single time that somebody orders something from your business or pays for something to your business, for example, if you're sending invoices every single month and you got 30 customers or 300 customers, don't you think that that's going to get a little old? Like, I know you're not about to hire a whole full-time person just to send invoices every month. No. So what you do is you get a software system that can send invoices automatically. You click a button, you set it up and say, hey, send this invoice to that person on the 1st every month. That's it. You set it and forget it. And there's a lot of different things that you can do. That's just one example, but there's a bunch of different things you can have software do for you. And I'm sure everybody knows about this, right? So that's the other thing that you're going to need to bring that all together. Now, by the way, Clean Biz Network is not just a coaching program, and a lot of people confuse that. Clean Biz Network is, number one, a software company. Our software does everything for you, including invoicing, including training, setting up your training, so your LMS, which is learning management system, right? So for those who like, okay, well, how can I create some training and put it inside a learning program? We got that in Clean Biz Network. It also, you can send text messages, email marketing, build your website, get a business phone number. All of this can be all done in the Clean Biz Network platform. And so you notice when I say all in one under there, when I say software automation system, is because I want you to get one program, at least one. Try to keep it as minimum as possible, usually no more than 3. But find you a software system like the Clean Biz Network platform that has pretty much everything that you're going to need to run your company within it already. All right. So those are the 3 things that you're going to need. So I'm going to break down the first one right here. And this one going to be I'm going to break this one down a little bit more detailed for y'all. Then I'm going to skim through the next 2. And then we're going to go ahead and jump in for some questions and all of that. All right. So your in-house lead generation is the main thing that you really first need to set up first. All right. So the first part of setting up your in-house lead generation program is your list builder. So you need to find a way to access a database of businesses in your area. There's a bunch of them out there. If you hop on Google, you can find a bunch of them. However, you can't find one that's free. I can. All right. And I show you how to do that in the Clean Biz Automation program. All right. But that's the first thing that you're going to need. A list building system. That's number 1. Number 2, You're going to need appointment setters. Now, I used to say number 2 was you need to hire cold callers, but guess what? It's more than one way to set an appointment, and cold calling ain't the only way. You can also do cold email, right? So you need appointment setters and somebody, whether they can do outbound or inbound. What if you decide to send out mailers? What if you decide to do postcards, right? And the next thing you know, you send out a postcard with a QR code on it, and now that's coming back into you. That becomes an inbound all of a sudden from your cold outreach. And maybe you got an appointment setter to set the appointment for you to do the walkthrough. Or if you're in residential cleaning, just go ahead and set the appointment for you to go clean, right? Because y'all know in commercial, we got to actually do the walkthrough first, right? But either way, you're going to need some appointment setters, right? So that's the second thing with your in-house lead generation system. Then finally, you're going to need something to automate all of that as well, which I basically the same thing I was just talking about, which is a software program that can tie those things together, okay? Without you having to, let me add this new appointment. My VA got me a new appointment to go do a walkthrough. Let me add it to my appointment. Absolutely not. You're too busy to be adding stuff to your calendar yourself. You should just wake up and be able to look at it and see what's on your calendar. You should be able to look at it the night before and see what's on your calendar, all right? So you should be on top of that. Let's get it. The other thing I think that you should be doing in order to attract clients and get into client acquisition is become the authority in your area. So, hold up. My daughter's going crazy up there. Let me go ahead and, can y'all hear her? Because she up there snapping. Give me a second so I can holler upstairs. Right. All right, now we got that out of the way. I should have left it live so y'all can laugh at me hollering at her. But anyway, y'all know I can't holler at her, but so violently though. That's my baby girl. But anyway, so become the authority in your area. So how do you become the authority in your area? Well, you post everywhere. All right, you post on all your social media platforms as much as you can. You get out here and you network at a networking events. You get on LinkedIn. All right. And you start posting there. But basically, you make sure that everybody within your sphere of influence can understand that this person is the person when it comes to cleaning or whatever niche that you're in. So, for example, I never forget one time when my early days when I just had a cleaning company and no cleaning business network existed. But I used to post on Facebook all the time. And that's why I started to build my personal brand even locally. And so I'm at the dollar store just buying some balloons for something. I forgot what it was. I come across a guy. He was running for the school board, city school board or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, I know you. You the business guy. You the cleaning business guy." And I was like, "Oh yeah. I recognize you as well." You know what I mean? So we was cordial about that. But the point I'm trying to make is this: so now whenever he thinks about if somebody ever like, okay, we need a cleaning company, whether it's at his job, somebody might be looking for one. Whether somebody posts on a Facebook page that I'm not friends with, a profile that I'm not friends with, he can tag me in it. But the bottom line is no matter what somebody thinks, they need to think of you when it comes to your company. And that makes you the authority within your niche, all right, and within your area, okay? So how can you do that? Because you might say, well, damn, AJ, I'm too busy running a cleaning company. You know what I mean? I'm too busy running my business. I ain't got time for the social media shit to be posting there all over the place like you do. This is what you do. So, of course, you do that. But actually not. That's not true. As a matter of fact, I probably spend less time on social media than most other people do. But the key is I have software systems that are able to post for me. All right. We use AI to get my content together. And then we also use my software, the Clean Business Network software, to make sure we posting at LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, I'm on there. All right. TikTok as well. All right. Because I want to make sure that I'm an authority in my space. All right. So that's how you do that. So now, once you get all of that in place, now you done leveled up. All right. Now it's like, oh, damn. So this is clearly the person when it comes to this industry right here, this cleaning industry. Next, everybody see you everywhere. You the authority. You got all these leads coming in. You got all these customers. Now what's the problem? Problem is, AJ, I can't take no more customers. That's never the answer. We're going to have some more customers. All right. We're going to definitely bring in some more customers. So what about hiring? Well, here's my advice. And I ain't got too many more slides for y'all today because I told y'all I was putting it together 5 minutes before I got on. So it gets unfancy from here, which it won't that fancy to begin with. But basically, when it comes to hiring, obviously it's two ways you can go. You either gonna go subcontractor or you gonna go W-2. Let's talk about W-2 first. Hiring W-2 employees definitely has its advantages. You can completely control how they work and what they do, all of that. But what else? Is it another advantage? You can kind of save some time with a W-2 employee. You can kind of get away with not paying as much, but it's not really that many more that I could think of, to be honest with you. Yeah. But that's why I typically like to speak about the subcontractor method, is because they value the job a lot more, because with employees, W-2 employees, they typically just took the job because they want the check. And so therefore they're not really always putting the best effort. Now, obviously, you got some subcontractors out there that move like employees too, but you got to understand this. Typically, a subcontractor is an entrepreneur just like you. And so they're thinking like, I got to take pride in my work or else I won't get hired for this job again. Versus W-2 employees are looking like, well, I'll just go get some more. I'll just quit and leave this job. I won't try and do this forever anyway. Subcontractors, a lot of time, this is their life. You know what I mean? Whether it's the solopreneur who been in this thing longer than you have, and this is all they do, and they make a living by doing it. Whether it's an established company, and you just happen to come across a great opportunity, and you saw a way where y'all can split the percentages and let them be in charge of staff in the company, and you just take a percentage off top for pretty much managing the company, building the company, and the fact that you found the actual lead. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much the three ways that you can go about doing it. My recommendation, though, for me, is subcontracting is the way, because I found a particular way that you can do it with subcontractors that will ensure that they're quality contractors. And so, again, I teach it in the automation program. But the game I want to give you here is the fact that that's what you're going to need. Obviously, you got to have some type of ongoing pool. So for employees, you always take in applications. All right. So whenever somebody asks you, are you hiring? Absolutely. Yes. We always taking applications. For subcontractors, have a vendors list. Okay. Nonstop be recruiting for new vendors to be on your vendors list. Right. And then now you always got somebody to pull from whenever all of these trillions of leads, right, that we showed you how to get in the first part. All right. For that lead generation. All right. So that's what you need to worry about next, is the hiring part. Then it's like, okay, well, shit. What about automations? Because I ain't got time for all of this paperwork. I gotta, I just recruited all these people, but how do I know, okay, where did they go to apply for the job? How do they get all of these forms? Who's sending it to them? I'm just a one-man show, or it's just me and my wife, or it's just me and my husband, or it's just, bam, let the automations do it for you. Let your software set up everything to give them all the onboarding documents that they need. An onboarding course, an onboarding form, like all of the stuff that you need, just put it in the software. And that's pretty much all you got to do. So now you already know those are the steps right there on how to automate and scale a commercial or residential cleaning company, really any service business, but those are the steps. All right. So questions, drop them. And Andrew, what we got?
All right. Man, that was a great presentation, AJ. And so what I would say is, what I would say is the level of growth that you can get in automating your business is actually unimaginable at this point at this stage in your career, or at this stage of your journey, because you don't really know. You have an idea of where you want to go and whatever, and you see all these big time cleaning companies, but how many of us actually think and believe that we're going to get to that level? And then how many of us actually believe, that we can get to that level? Do we even know how to get to that level? Well, right here, the automations course is going to give you that ability to get to that level. And you're going to be surprised. You're going to absolutely be surprised of how fast this can allow your company to grow, because you'll have so much more time to be able to work on your business and not spending so much time working in your business. Your days are drawn out, because if you're still working your 9 to 5 and then you're working your business in the evening time, when do you have time to grow your business? You don't. because you're not automated. You don't have it set up where people can go to your website, sign up, or fill out an application to become a subcontractor under you, or to become a W-2 employee under you, or to even schedule an appointment for you to do a walkthrough for them. You don't have that set up. You're still, handing out flyers, which is good. You're still door knocking, which is good, but all of that takes time. But if you had an automations, that's so much time saved, because all of it is automatically doing what it's supposed to do. You're getting notifications that somebody just filled out an application. You're getting a notification on your, on your calendar that you have an appointment for a walkthrough scheduled on Friday at 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And it's not you having to go to those companies. It's those companies coming to you just by you having a presence on social media, having a presence in the community, and them going to your website or going to your social media and clicking a button and starting off that automation process. So you're in the right place. Your first step is being in this webinar right here. That's the first step.
1,000%. So, bro, I think you can answer this question right here. My guy Christian says, so can you put the onboarding files on your CRM and store the information there?
Absolutely. All of the information that comes in through your CRM is saved in your CRM. So one thing that I was doing today, when I was kind of updating my contacts, because every time somebody contacts you in your phone number or go through any of your forms or anything that's in a CRM, their information is automatically saved. So you have that contact forever. So now what I was going through, because I've had proposals that I have done prior to the CRM. So now I was going in and adding all of those old proposals, those documents, adding them to the individual contacts. So now I have a reference point. And then also all the notes that I take, that I used to take prior to using the calculator and everything else to come up with my quotes, I would write down all kinds of information, square footage, and I would break down how I would, how I'm going to price it and all this other stuff into a document. And I would put it on my Google Documents. Well, all those documents, I am moving to the individual contacts, individual contacts for those specific accounts. And I'll forever have them. So they'll always be there. You can always go back to them. So yes, to answer your question.
Because I think Andrew, just for the automation members, he built out a whole automation that will allow, first off, even from the beginning, just from the application process. Because remember, I told y'all, you want to be taking applications at all times. You want to be accepting your subs on your vendors list at all times. And so he has an automation built for y'all automatically that will, they got to go through a certain process just to get scheduled to meet with them and talk on the phone. And it's like yes or no if they can move forward if they pass that step. Then they can, you tell them, bro. You could tell them. I ain't gonna try to remember.
I like talking about it. All right. So I'm gonna tell you my automation process and how my workflow actually works. So I have forms out there where they can fill out an application, right? So that's on my website. So what they'll do is they'll go to my website, they'll fill out the application saying that, they want to be. Now, first of all, how do they get this application? I put my job post personally on Indeed, but you can use other avenues. You can put them on social media. There are other, ZipRecruiter, there are other platforms that you can put them on, but you put that job post out there, right? Once they get to that job post, I will send if they fit what I'm looking for to move forward, then I'll send them a link to fill out the application. Now, if they fill out the application or they go to my website and fill out the application, it sends me a notification. Someone has just applied for this position, right? Once they fill out the form to apply for the position, they're going to in turn receive an email. After they fill out the form, they're going to receive an email saying, thank you for applying for this position. And I'm paraphrasing it. We want to move forward with this process. So go to the link below to schedule your Zoom interview, because all my initial interviews are Zoom, because it takes so much time to set up in-person interview. So all of them are a Zoom interview. We do a Zoom interview. Like I said, they set up that link or they set up their appointment. I get a notification in my calendar that I have an appointment with this person on this day at this time. Once I do that appointment, I have the interview, go through it, and I decide, are they a yes, are they a no, are they a maybe for the company? So now once I decide what they are, I will simply tag that contact, whether it's yes, they're approved for the interview. It will take them through another form or another process where it brings them further along in the onboarding process, where they will get an email saying, hey, we need you to fill out this information. We need you to sign up for this software, this, that, and the third. If it's a maybe, then the email that they'll get will say something different, saying, hey, thank you for applying for the position. At this time, we decided to go in another direction. We would like to keep your name on file, this, that, and the third. And if it's a no, there's a whole nother email. So it decides which way they're going to go by me putting a simple tag, yes, no, maybe. Now, all of this is automated. All I have to do is click the tag, put it on that contact, and it's going to keep moving them in the process. So now I've spent, 15 minutes on an interview and 10 seconds on a tag, right? So now they're going through the process. They're doing everything that they want, everything that I need them to do. And once they do it, I get a notification saying this is complete, that's complete, and that's complete. Once they're through my process, it'll send me a notification this person is ready to be assigned jobs. And it's just like that. That whole process is automated, just like that.
Hey, listen, free game, y'all. Free game. A straight automation system. Now imagine this, right? Andrew just came down here to Jacksonville. No worries. The system is running without him. He can come whenever he wants. We was talking this morning and he was saying how we basically about to do I forgot what they used to call them back in my day, back in my digital nomad days. But basically, it's when you get with somebody that's just like-minded like you, y'all get together, y'all build up, and you kind of trap yourself in the office for a week, and y'all just build and come up with something big. And we planning to do something like that here shortly. And guess what? The reason why we're able to do that is because we got systems in place in our companies to where we can work on things on the other side, right? We don't have to be there micromanaging every little thing all the time. Things can actually run without us. You know what I mean? So again, as a matter of fact, should I go that far? I'll go
just a little bit.
All right, but a little. All right. But I will say this. You see my company that I ran in Virginia, living here in Florida. I did that without even knowing about CRMs and softwares and all of that yet. So imagine what we're able to do with the softwares. That's one. Another example of that is look at my lead generation service, how that thing pretty much ran itself. I didn't have to do much of anything to it. I had Bill in place, we had the team in place, and we all locked in. But that was all built from me coming up with a system, putting in some software, hiring quality people who can implement it and push it even further, and then letting the system do its thing. All right, to the point where now basically we transferred the system. It was already pre-built to the point where we've transferred over to Bill, and now she got her own service going. You know what I mean? And that's the type of stuff that you want to have, because guess what? That's the type of stuff you must have if you want to actually sell your company someday, right? Because we all got to think about this. We got to have an exit plan. And you can't sell a company if the company is you. If you can't leave, you know what I mean? If you can't go and take a trip for 2 weeks at a time, maybe even a month at a time without your company falling apart, then you don't have a sellable business. And if you don't have a sellable business, then guess what? What is your exit strategy? If you fucking get mentally ill right now or terminally ill right now, what's going to happen with your company? That's why you have to have systems in place. And not only to sell, some of y'all might be like, well, I'm never going to sell. You have to sell. All right? You have to sell, dude. Okay, but I thought that because I seen that they said I got weak service, I thought I was fucking up. But anyway, but you have to sell. You got to be in position to sell, even if you don't want to sell your company. But guess what? Well, what's the alternatives? You're going to go out of business. The business is going to close down because you stop working it. You take it public, which most of us ain't trying to do, but it's possible. Or you're going to bring on some equity investors, or you're just going to sell it, period. But everybody has an exit date, whether you like it or not. And I didn't even realize that. I just dawned on me recently when I was at a business event. And I'd heard this years and years and years that you got to have an exit strategy and you start with the end in mind. But it wasn't until they broke it down to me like that, like, damn, I keep saying I'm gonna pass this down to my kids, but I know people personally now. I done fucked around and got old a little bit. I've been around long enough now. I know people personally that they kids don't even want the business. So what do they do in that situation? And if you're not big enough, if you're not systemized enough, guess what? That business gonna die because of that. Now, if you got systems in place, then maybe you can hand them off the equity, but you still not. They still, unless you got the whole system in place, they ain't gonna know what to do and how to run it. You know what I mean? So again, this is stuff that must be done. And if you don't do it, then you might as well go ahead and crash it now. Sell it now, do whatever you can't sell it without a system. So it's like, just get out of it now, quit now, go and get you a job. Or else be prepared to be stripping and waxing floors, cleaning fucking toilets and all of that till you 80, 85 still out here because you ain't had no fucking plan in place. Get these systems together. All right, there go the real AJ tapping in now. And I see some questions. Let me go ahead. Hey, prime time. Look, Akia, shout out to Akia Book, a long-time CBN vet. What's big dog. On? I can't wait to get her back on for the interview. She said, preach. I'm telling y'all. All right, Prime Time Cleaning Solution says, AJ, is it possible to import or transfer an existing website into the CRM? It absolutely is. So you can definitely transfer your website from wherever you're hosting it now into Clean Biz Network. Depending on where you are, it will decide how easy that is or not, but it definitely can be done regardless. All right. Christian says, sounds good, Andrew. Sounds like I got an assignment for my virtual assistant. There you go. All right. And then I was gonna say, don't try to piece it together now because you will waste more time and money. Just go on, let it show you how to do it, so you ain't got to keep trying to. Know what I mean? But anyway, because I know, because I'm hard-headed like that too. I try to piece everything together myself, and then finally come back and pay the money to a coach, and then it's like, damn, that's all I was missing right there. Okay, you know what I mean? A kid said, "Is there an affiliate link for the program?" It definitely is, and I can put it in your account right now. So hit me up after this, or text me or something, and remind me to put it in your account. It definitely is. As a matter of fact, me and a kid were talking about a new lead generation opportunity that she has. And I was thinking about seeing if we can somehow implement that to what we got going on. So we'll talk after this as well. All right. I don't see no more questions, y'all. If y'all don't ask no questions, I don't feel like talking. It's completely up to y'all how this is about to go. What you got for them, Andrew? If not,
they don't have questions. I'm surprised. I'm absolutely surprised. So here's something, and you haven't really talked much about it since you did it. But right now there's the residential and the commercial instant quote that AJ created. And that's another form of automations. And I don't think people really realize how big of a deal that is. And I think I shared this last week, but I'll share it again this week. One thing that I did with it, and I'm still doing with it. And I'll tell you something that I'm doing with my virtual assistant. So I have a buttload of emails. You know, I have a way of getting emails, and that it's no secret. To get my emails, I use D7 Lead Finder. I go through and get as many emails as I can, and I save them to my CRM, right? So now I always have them, right? Now I use those emails to do email marketing. But what I've done is I've used that instant residential and instant commercial calculator or quote form that AJ has created for us. And I put that in an email marketing campaign, right? So with that email marketing campaign, you know, I send it out to thousands upon thousands of people. And we as a people are inquisitive. We're curious, right? Everybody didn't open it, but a lot of people opened it, right? So now the people that, because we can track everything in our CRM, I know who actually opened the emails. So now they're curious. So now I have them in a category. All right, these are people that I'm going to reach back out to. Then the people that actually clicked on the link and actually tried to get the free quote. Now I know those people are interested in cleaning, probably sooner more than later, right? So now I can market to them. And you can keep doing this over and over again. You can keep marketing, and you can use the statistics that you're getting from that email campaign to kind of more hone in on your marketing strategy to different people or different potential leads. So, and that's a really big thing. You know, put it on social media and all this other stuff. And whenever they fill that form out, you have their information. You have their information in your CRM. It's already saved as a contact. So all you got to do is just keep remarketing back to those people.
Yeah, no, that's huge. I'm so glad you bring that up, because that is, to me, that's the easiest lead generation like they call them lead magnets. That's the easiest lead magnet that you could find, even if you don't have a budget. Like, right? Because a lot of y'all, I don't got the budget to pay for a call, or I don't have the budget to pay for leads, or I don't have a budget to pay for this or that. But here's the thing. I bet you can get a list of emails. You might got a stack of business cards sitting on your desk now. Yep. You can literally take all of them and just add them to the CRM, literally mark it, just like what Andrew said. And then listen, here's your hook. Are you paying too much for your cleaning company right now? Mm-hmm. Use this test and see just how much you could be saving. Bam. Send them to that. And by the way, we built a whole funnel for you. This is in addition to your current website. You don't have to buy a whole new domain or any of that. All you got to do is add a button on your website, lead it to the funnel that we built for you that has this instant quote calculator on it for you. And then once they fill out that form, it's as simple as them filling out that form to get their quote. That curious mind allowed them to become your new lead, because now it's in your CRM. Now you know how much they pay, because in that instant quote form, we also require them to tell you that, right? So now you know how much they already pay. Now you know exactly where they're located. Now you know their name. No more guessing who the point of contact is. No more wondering if, okay, well, is this the person in charge of hiring a cleaning company, or is this the city? No, you got it all in there. All you got to do is execute on it. Simple as that. I love that. Appreciate that, Andrew. I see some questions coming. I'm gonna jump on those too. Okay. What we got? It says, if we've already purchased the courses, no updates needed. It depends on which course you got. So if you join, and by the way, we don't just sell courses other than the in-house lead generation. It's just a course. In-house lead generation course by itself is just a course. But I typically try to stay away from just selling courses. So I can make sure I always try to correct that. So you can either become a Clean Biz Network member, which is a coaching program, and it also gives you access to the software. And that course that comes with that does not include most of the stuff that we're talking about tonight. Tonight, what we're talking about is the Clean Biz Automation Program, which includes all of these automations for you built in it. So when you become a Clean Biz Network member, you get access to the CRM and the software itself. When you become an automations member, we build these automations into your CRM for you. Okay. Next one. Oh, so to answer that question though, if you got the automations program, then you get the updates as we get them. So every time we make a new update, which we are constantly doing, you get them automatically in your account. If you're not an automation member, no, you will need to get that. And you can visit www.cleanbizuniversity.com/automation. All right. Or if you're already in Clean Biz Network, you probably just go to your settings, click on billing, and upgrade from the starter to the automation. All right. Thank you for your thank you, your share. I know what you're trying to say, but thank you for what you shared with us, the experience. Can we do the same in Canada? Yes, you can. All right. Yes, you can. Next thing, Christian says, yeah, my team does amazing work. They are excellent at Go High Level. I'll have to talk about it one-on-one with you, AJ. Bet. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Next one, Leah Fashion Queen says, I have a question. Please, can I do something same thing in Canada? I said it again. Yes, you can. All right. What else we got? Steve Jones. Andrew, have you had any success with direct mailers? That's specifically for you.
Direct mailers? You mean like emails or postal? Because if it's postcards, I haven't, because I haven't done it. But here's the caveat: I haven't had to. That's the only thing. I haven't had to. So yeah, but it can work. I think
we both are big. Yeah, because I know for me, like if something keep working, I'm gonna push that to the max, and then if it seems like it's slowing up, then I'm gonna try the next thing. So if what you're doing is working, it's like I'll fix it. But good question though. All right, what else we got? Joe Griffin, my guy, says, peace, brother, just tuning in. I appreciate that, bro. What else we got? Lisa says, what was the name of the company, Andrew, you get the emails from? It's D7 Lead Finder. And then we got a couple more as well. Yeah. We got a bunch. D7leadfinder.com. Yep. What else we got? For the record, I'm a CBN member. Got you. Yep. So I clarified that as well for you. Perfect. Gordon says, due to my schedule, I'm not able to do walkthroughs. Is there a way to hire a salesperson without breaking the bank? Will the automation program help with that issue? You don't even need the automation program to help with that particular issue, if I'm honest with you. I mean, the automation program can help you, but just for the answer in this question, I'll tell you my honest thought right now is holler at if you in Clean Biz Network, or if you can find her outside of it, but you probably only, I ain't seen her outside of Clean Biz Network, but holler at Teresa Hudson, because she literally just talked about this, how she had to get unique with hiring. It wasn't that she couldn't go to walkthroughs, but she had to get creative on how to set up a commission structure. And so, because my advice was going to be to you, without breaking the bank, if you want to hire a salesperson, is find somebody that'll work on commission for you. And so I got a way. I think she has a way as well. But you can join the regular Clean Biz Network membership and ask that question, and I'll show you. But either way, automation program definitely will be better for you, because it's going to keep those leads coming in, and it'll feed that person that you hire on sales commission and help them have more deals to actually close, and therefore eat more and want to work with you longer. So what else we got? The in-house lead generation is in the automation course. Correct. Module 1 of the automation program is the in-house lead generation program. So if you think about which one to get and you can afford to get automation, get the automation over the in-house lead generation, because in-house lead generation is only part of the story. It's literally what it says. In-house lead generation is it. But the automation program is in-house lead generation, subcontractor, mastery, and the whole software automation system. All right, we got one more. BK Hoop says, I have a question. I want to travel next year. I want to build a cleaning business to allow me to travel. Can I build a cleaning business that allows me to travel for 2 to 3 months at a time? Absolutely, you can. Now, is it going to be easy? No. Right? But it can definitely be done. So here's the thing. Business in general is very simple. All you got to do is get customers, make sure you got something to supply those customers what they need, and then have systems in place to make sure all of those things are ran correctly. Now, it's very simple to understand and to theorize, but actually making that practical and maintaining those things over time is not as easy as it can sometimes sound. And I definitely don't want to sell you no damn dream, right? I'm gonna tell you the real. All right. So, but can it be done? Absolutely. Absolutely. I know of people who literally don't do anything. Matter of fact, shout out to who was it? Never mind, I ain't gonna name no names, but yes, it could be done. All right, let's do it. What else we got? Question: what's the best way to price a deep cleaning without measuring? I might have a contract with Titan America. The best way to price a deep clean without measuring, I'm gonna try not to overtalk this one, but basically, estimate the time that you think it would take to clean it, multiply that by the hourly rate that you want to charge for it, and that's how much you should charge. Now, typically with a deep cleaning, you're gonna double whatever it was for a regular clean. That's pretty much it. I don't want to. I got a lot to say on that, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. That generally answers your question. Akia says commission only salespeople will only work if they have daily leads. Get the automation. There you go. If you ain't got, that's why you should get it. I don't be trying to like sell it. I be trying to make sure I answer you directly, while also, I'll sell it a little bit here and there, but perfect. That's perfectly stated, Akia. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Sell it, so we need to get her an affiliate link. She's trying to sell it, so we need to get her an affiliate link.
No, I appreciate it, and she knows it's real. You know the thing about Akia too. She bought, because the automation course is actually the third rendition of me doing this. So I had the masterclass for Cleaning Business Masterclass. I did that with CJ way back in the day. Then I went on to the in-house lead generation course, and then this was born. And so she actually bought the masterclass way back in the day, and it started with a lot of those principles. And I asked her back then, because she was already doing very, very well. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, why the hell is you buying from me, even though you are already good? And she was like, because I'm always a student, and there's always something, that you could be learning from anybody. And she actually got value out of it. That's why she here to this day, still watching, still tuned in, and still actually vouching. So appreciate that. And that's why too, because I used to be intimidated to speak to companies who were, you know, bigger than I am. And that's why when I prefaced this, I said, you know what, this is for everybody. Okay, no matter how big you are or how small you are. All right, we're really talking to all y'all because this literally can help y'all. And I'm a technical guy. I ain't gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm technical as fuck. I'm a nerd somehow that was born in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's like I know certain things that a lot of companies just don't know, and I learn fast. And so you definitely get value from this. All right, you're welcome, Joe. What else we got? Steve says, make sure if you hire a salesperson that they don't quote your services as a franchise. Low bidding is a no-no. Absolutely. And so what I would do if I were you in this case, if you're going to hire somebody, I will put them through module 4 of the starter course that comes with Clean Biz Network membership. By the way, when you join the Clean Biz Automation program, you get Clean Biz Network membership included in that. I just want to make that clear. So if you like, I don't know which one, it comes with it. All right. So go to the starter course, put them through just that part and let them learn how to actually price the correct way so they can understand and make sense out of it. And also get their ass in the field and let them clean a little bit, because if they get a little feeling of this and what goes into it, it'll help deter them from wanting to just underbid just to get a commission sale. You know what I mean? Because they know what all goes into it. So, but great point on that, Steve. All right, y'all. I want to wrap it up here unless Andrew tells me I can't. What we got going on? You good?
No, we decided that we're going to try to keep it to an hour. It's 8:02.
That's what we said.
So that's what we're going to do. If they don't have any more questions, then they can save their questions till next week, because we will be back on next week, same time, same bat channel. Yep. And we're ready for your questions. But definitely, if you've gotten any value out of what we've said, or you want to even move further in learning a little bit more, reach out to us. But by all means, please make sure you like this live, and let other people know, share it, and let them know, you know, what we're bringing to the table and how we can assist you with growing your business. So definitely make sure you like this live. But that's all I have.
I appreciate that, bro. Make sure I hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, comment, and show some love. We appreciate everything. What else I got for you? If you want to get in that program, good for you. That means you're intelligent. If you don't want to get in, go watch this again and figure out what you missed so you can want to get in. All right. Mm-hmm. But I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. Click that link, y'all. cleanbizuniversity.com/automation. Click the link. Meet us inside. I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. The cleaning business GOAT. And I got
Andrew Lewis. I'll catch you next time. Let's go.
There we go. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We are out of here.
Headed to the top. Ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring. Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.